Hey everybody, happy Sunday. It is the King of Fire Tarot here again, here to do the weekly tarot reading for November 23rd through the 27th of 2020. Happy Thanksgiving for all my US viewers, and happy birthday for all the Sagittariuses who are having birthdays this season. Happy Sagittarius season. I love Sagittarius season just as much as I love Leo season. Well, almost as much as I love Leo season. And Aries season, because fire. I love the energetic feel of moving into a fire season, especially after removing such an introspective and ego-shattering sign of Scorpio. I can just feel it's gonna be a lot more carefree, more fiery, more go energy, especially since Mars is now direct as well. Yeah, so just once again, this is, like I said, this is a general reading for all signs, for whoever is watching this video. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you, or bits and pieces may resonate with you. So if you're watching it and you get a couple of tingling sensations, or you're like, hey, that's totally me, that may resonate with you. If the next card I pull, I start going through it, you're like, that does not sound like me, then that one's not meant for you. Just remember that this is a reading for many people who are watching this reading. If you want something a bit more in-depth, a bit more personal for you personally, I do personal readings. Go into the description below, and there is the link to my website, which is www.thekingofireintuitive.com. And you can book one of 3 types of personal readings with me. Let's just get right into it. So once again, this is for all signs, collective reading, and I am liking the energies of that this week is bringing. So let's start off. Okay, so first of all, I did pull actually 2 this week, angels, gods, and goddesses oracle cards. I got the angel of self-worth and angel of diet and nutrition. So let me just get right into it, and let me get into the angel of self-worth first. There we go. The message for this card is, let me close the blinds a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Angel of self-worth. The message is, you are currently undervaluing yourself. It is time to regain your self-worth. Okay. Put that down here for a second, and let me read the message for this card. You are currently undervaluing yourself. You are so much more than what you are portraying to the world and those around you. The angel of self-worth is here today to reflect onto you all the beauty, love, and light that you are, and to help you regain your sense of self-worth. Feel her healing light penetrate your aura this very moment, and affirm to yourself, I am a being of light and love. I love and value the many wonderful qualities I possess. From this moment forward, I will honor and value myself, all I am and all I do, in the knowledge that I am part of God's creation. I am worthy of love. Repeat this affirmation several times each day, either out loud or in the silence of your heart. Reflect upon each word and truly believe and own each one. Express each word with all your heart and soul. As you begin to value yourself, you will find that others will start to value you. I can't add anything to that. All right. Next we have the angel of diet and nutrition. Pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what is good for you. All right, let me get the message for this oracle card. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Let's not mess up the tarot cards. All right. All right. You are being urged to pay attention to what you eat and drink. Make sure you maintain a balanced diet. Remember, you intuitively know what is good for you. Simply pay attention and be mindful, all in moderation. You are also being urged to pay attention to your thoughts. Healthy nutrition is not solely derived from what we eat and drink, it also stems from our thoughts. Positive and loving thoughts are just as nourishing as good food and drink. Let go of every fearful and negative thought and replace all with love. There is nothing to fear. So I guess the biggest message from both of these cards so far is self-love, remembering our worth. We're in a period right now where everything we have ever believed in is being challenged. And right now, and some of the people that I have been talking to, people are working on discovering who they are again. And we've talked about this in past videos, but more so now than ever. It's a season, and it's especially with the fiery passion this season. Not so much like the deep introspective, dark Scorpio ambiance. In this season of Sagittarius with fiery forward momentum, it's kind of like moving forward to have established that passionate relationship, not only with those who you may be romantically involved, but also with yourself. And so this is basically remember what you're worth, and remember who you are, and respect yourself to take care of your mind, body, and soul. Let's just get right into the week. So we have, I'm actually working a lot because I've been called upon to work, and not to get too juju talkish, but I've been called upon to work a lot with the Archangel Gabriel. So this reading is entirely me working with Archangel Gabriel. So I picked a card for Monday, Tuesday, 2 came for Wednesday, 2 came for Thursday, and 1 came for Friday. Clarified with the Rider-Waite, and we have the underlying energy. And let's just get right into it. So the underlying energy, once again, because this was with us last week, it is the Sun card. I love the Sun card. The Sun card is the best card in the deck. So those who aren't familiar, it's a major arcana. The Sun card represents the loving passion, childlike energy, with the sun on our backs. So those who aren't familiar with like the sun and the moon in the tarot, the moon is a very it's not an illuminative sign. The moon is kind of like, if you're ever walking in your backyard and there's a full moon's brighter than most moons, but it's still not as bright as the sun. So it's kind of, you only have the little faintness of light that's guiding you wherever you're going in the moon. So it's kind of like the moon light represents instincts. You're being led by your instincts. The sun leaves nothing to chance. So the sun is a complete illumination of your thoughts, of your situation, of a particular situation in your life that you've been struggling to kind of get some clarity upon. Well, the sun is here to illuminate the way. This naked baby is riding this white horse through this brick wall, which you can't see in the background, and also these sunflowers in the background. This baby represents the inner child in us all. And I think I spoke last week about connecting with the inner child, because that's the passionate, creative energy. Well, Sagittarius season is freaking flying through the door. It is crushing through the brick wall of Scorpio moodiness, and it is riding through like the passionate fire sign that it is, and I love it. The white horse represents the purity of our souls, so it's kind of like our inner child riding our souls into the future, not a care in the world like you had when you were a child. The red standard that he's kind of carrying, red represents a connection to the divine. So he's being divinely led. He has his eyes closed. He's charging forward. He's happy. He's playing. He's at one with the world. He's at one with the world, and the sun is on his back. Beautiful underlying energy for the whole week. So I'm in love this week. And this just kind of like accentuates the loving nature of Thanksgiving, and here in the U.S., just because I know with the lockdown thing that's going on, a lot of people may be down because it's like we can't celebrate being with our loved ones as we typically do with Thanksgiving, but it's still, the love is still there. The feeling and love is still there. So it's kind of like, here, let me see if I can turn another light on. 1 second. Ironically, the sun is kind of setting where I live. Okay, here we go. Ooh, maybe not. Well, it is what it is. We'll work with it. Okay. So that is the sun, kind of underlying energy for the week. Okay, let's not actually do this because that is not helping. Okay, we'll make this work. Sorry guys, I am just trying to make sure you guys got a good video. Here, we'll stick with this. Okay. All right, so that is the underlying energy run into the whole week. And what I was saying is that, yeah, so even though we may not physically be able to get and to spend time with our family, the loving energy is still there. It's still fucking there with everybody. So yeah, I like that. I'm digging the Sun card as the underlying energy. For Monday, let's get into Monday. So it doesn't look like even though some of us may be charging forward, it doesn't look like there's a lot of movement right now as far as Monday is concerned, because we have the Four of Swords. I think the Four of Swords came through last week. So the Four of Swords is representative of a pause, a meditative state, a state of recovering from an illness, or just taking a breather because you've been working too damn hard. The swords in tarot do represent thought, so he has kind of 3 swords over him, and he has 1 sword with him. He's ready to get up, ready for battle whenever he needs to, as soon as he gets out of this meditative state. But he needs to take a pause, as we all do. A lot of hectic energy that we probably went through Scorpio season, a lot of introspective energy, tearing ourselves down, questioning who we are. Just take a break. It just means kind of take a break. Or you may be, on another side of the token, you may be nursing a cold, maybe because of the change of seasons, you maybe have gotten sick, so you may just be taking it easy on Monday. You may be calling in work just because you're not feeling too well. But on another side of the token, the 2 clarifying cards that I did get for the Four of Swords, I got the 3 of Pentacles and I got the 3 of Swords. Interesting, you got 2 threes. So the first 3, the 3 of Pentacles, the Pentacles in tarot do represent Earth energy. So like of the Earth, so Earth energy. This particular one, and I think this one came out last week if I'm not mistaken. So this stonesmith, he is a professional in what he does, and he is carving, doing the stonework on this chapel right here. He's working in unison with this monk and this architect. He's working together. He used to be he's over here. He used to be the apprentice, but now he's evolved to where he is the master of his craft. He's so much of a master that these guys sought him out to work on this chapel. And this is a card of cooperation, working together for a common goal. Right beside it came the 3 of Swords. So as we said about swords being mental energy, thoughts, mental energy, the 3 of Swords is kind of like one of the saddest cards in the deck. So it's kind of like maybe someone may be going through a heartache, a loss. Could be a loss in the family that has already happened, a loss of a job, loss of a relationship, whatever kind of loss to you that was enough to make you feel like crap. It's that kind of loss. So it just may mean, so let's take one at a time. Since this one is kind of clarifying the 4 of Swords, it may mean that because of this recent loss, you are taking a break. You are kind of just taking it easy because you're in no position to charge forward with anything coming in Monday. So whatever this loss is, now just got a thought though. Maybe keeping you like away from it all, kind of like collecting your thoughts, collecting yourself. It could be the loss of self, because we did talk about the whole rebirth theme last week. You may have learned something about yourself and you're just ready to let that part go, and so you're kind of in this cocoon state where you're going through still have some of that leftover scorpionic energy where you kind of just going through yourself, soul searching, who am I, what am I doing, why have I doing this, that kind of stuff. Kind of another way of thinking about it is like a dark night of the soul kind of energy. This one clarifying the 4 of Swords could signify that, remember I said earlier you may not be feeling too well, so you may have be taken to leave work on Monday. Well, this may be a work cooperative environment that you are taking a leave from, maybe just for the day to recoup from illness. Maybe you're just too much stress, too much going on. You need to just take a break, to take a day to just relax. This may signify that as well. So kind of taking it easy, kind of self-love. Oh, self-love. Don't forget self-love. Show yourself self-love. Yeah, so yeah, so taking it very easy on Monday. Moving into Tuesday, going with another four, but a different kind of four. We have the Four of Cups. So instead of swords, which are mental energy, cups represent emotional energy in the tarot. So the Four of Cups represents this little lad right here is sitting by a tree, and he has three cups in front of him, which do not interest him for shit. And he's kind of like, oh, look at these cups. They're all the same. Nothing interests me. Ho hum, woe's me. If I pick this one, it's just like that one. It's just like that one. Why should I even bother? Well, the Ace of Cups is being offered to you from the universe, from the divine, but however you want to, however it associates with you. There's an opportunity being presented to you. So there's two ways to look at this card. Keep your head up, keep your eyes open, because maybe all the options that you physically see in front of you, or you think that are presently available to you, are not it. There may be something else out there you never would have thought that's right under your nose if you just kind of looked up and opened your eyes. You're like, holy shit, I didn't even think about this before. Why don't I do this? It's kind of like that energy where like, hey, I work in computer programming and I freaking hate it, but I love to sew on the side kind of thing. And I sew on the side all the damn time. But I hate my job. I hate all computer programming jobs. I hate the IT field. There's nothing, what field am I possibly going to go into? And then you're like, well, hello, I like to sew. Well, and I start sewing shit and selling it. And that's something that I love to do. So it's kind of like that energy. It's kind of like, keep your eye out. There may be something right under your nose that may be the answer to what you're looking for, while everything else looks stale and boring to you. That's kind of the Four of Cups. But you have to keep your wits about you and keep your eyes open. Be aware that that opportunity may be coming to you on Tuesday, or you may realize that it's been around you this whole time on Tuesday. And that is going to enable you to put down a burden that you've been carrying for a long time. Ten of Wands. Wands represents creative energy. So in the Rider-Waite, this guy is carrying 10 wands onto this little house over here. There's two ways to look about this card. So he may be carrying these wands, and he cannot wait to get to this house to set down that burden, and then he can kind of stretch his back, and do all that shit. Or these may be 10 wands of burden, which means knowledge, experience, everything that he's learned on his way and his path so far, that's brought him to this point. It's like all those crappy experiences and good experiences that this man has gone through. He's learned all the lessons from those experiences, and he's carrying it with him onto his next mission. So it may just be that this opportunity that you are going to discover that day, or maybe offer you to you that day, may finally let you drop this load that you kind of been carrying with you for such a long time. So I think that's positive. And don't forget that 10s in the tarot, since this is the 10 of rods, 10s mean endings. So it means, like I said, it means that you may finally be able to put down this burden that you've been carrying for such a long time, which is a-okay with me, if you ask me. Going into Wednesday, I guess Gabriel wanted to pick two cards for Wednesday, as my other readings with my other guides, they usually like to pick out a couple of extra cards if they have something extra to say. Let me get some water. 1 second. So keeping fire, Scorpio, Sagittarius season in full swing, we have the King of Wands, or I like to nickname him the King of Fire. King of Wands is the king of the wand suit, which means fire energy, creative energy, passionate energy. He runs his kingdom. And the thing is, with passionate energy, he actually has kind of red and orangish little tunic. He's in tune with the divine. So he's in tune with his instincts. He's a master of interpreting and listening to his instincts. And that fiery wand that he's carrying with him, he follows his heart, he follows his gut, he follows his passion times 10. But he has experience doing it. It's not like he's the page of wands. It's not like he's the page of wands where he's just starting to listen to his instincts and he's starting to listen to that little voice. He's a master of having years of listening and mastering his listening to his instincts, and his instincts have led him to this point where he's now a king of this kingdom. His instincts has not led him astray. He is ultimate epitome of fire. There's little salamanders, which also represent a fire suit because they're kind of fireproof. Their skin, lots of fire energy coming in. Kings and queens in a spread can represent actual people. So this could represent an actual fire sign in your life. And don't forget, these fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Or it could just be the fact that it is because you have this big ball fire energy strolling in through Sagittarius season that is now upon us. But for those who may be an actual person, male or female, Leo, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Right next to it came the major arcana, the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is a mysterious card, and I'll explain to it why. At first glance, you may think this guy's being tortured, being hung by his foot hanging upside down, but he is not. Indeed, he is not. He's there of his own volition. He's there of his own free will. He actually tied his own foot there, and he's hanging himself upside down. Why may anyone ever do this shit, may you ask? It's because he's trying to get a different perspective on a situation that he's been going over and over and over trying to figure out. So what's the best thing to do if you're kind of going over and over a situation, and no matter how many times you go over and over and over looking at it the same way, and you don't come to a resolution, you don't come to any more illumination, you look at it from a different perspective, a bird's eye view. And because he's looking at it at a different perspective, you see that he's gained, let me see if I can focus. It'll work. Because he has looked at this from whatever situation he's trying to get information on in a different perspective, he has gained illumination. He has gotten his answer. He has got his aha, now I get it. He's gotten that moment. So it just may mean that since they're coming side by side, it may mean that you have a individual who kind of comes into your life that may be a fire sign, or may just have the passionate traits and characteristics of a fire sign on Wednesday. That may say, you may be going over something in your head, and then this guy comes up and says, hey dummy, why don't you do it like this? And then you look at him like, who are you calling dummy, dickhead? And then you look at the situation, you're like, wait a second, this fucker's right. Why didn't I think of this before? So, and apropos, as a fire sign would do, you may just gain illumination from an individual with this kind of traits or characteristics may come in and say, hey, why don't you look at the situation like this? And then you're like, holy shit, I never thought of it that way. Whatever way that this illumination may come to you, it is coming to you because fate is on your side. That's why you're being clarified on Wednesday by the Wheel of Fortune. And I know that this card came out last week. I could swear it came out last week. Another way to think about it is that the Wheel of Fortune is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. This is karma, the universe moving stuff aside, moving stuff, finagling stuff behind the scenes, stuff that you never would have seen, pulling the strings to make something work for you. This is fate working in your favor. Also a 10, another 10, which could signify an ending as well. An ending of a cycle of bad luck. And I could say that this could be interpreted two ways. It could be ending a cycle of good luck or ending a cycle of bad luck. With these cards, it looks like it's going to be a cycle of bad luck is ending or a cycle of good luck is beginning. Either way, with this illumination that you're going to have, along with this fiery, passionate energy that may come from this sudden illumination, you are guaranteed to have success because the universe is on your side. And it is moving things behind the scenes to make sure you get what you want and what you need. Trust me, you are not in it by yourself. And keeping the fire signs rolling, we have on Thursday, we have the Strength card. Strength card is the card of the Leo. As you can see by the line here with a young maiden kind of stroking his mane. So number 8, which is also one of my lucky numbers, in the major arcana. So Leo, I know Leo the lion, that's representative of the Leo zodiac sign. Another passionate fire sign, of course, I'm a Leo. But the thing is that in this card, the strength the lion isn't representative of strength in the strength card. The maiden is representative of strength in this strength card. And how do you say that? It's basically, this young maiden is us. It's us with she's wearing white because she's pure of soul, pure of heart. And this lion that she is kind of stroking the tame over here, stroking her mane over here, and you can see that this lion is almost kind of like, hey, let me at him, I'm gonna fuck this fucking guy up. And she's like, calm down, it's not the time, it's not necessary, this is not the situation that calls for it. That's what strength is in this card. The strength is, we all have the ability, especially if you're a passionate fire sign, believe me, we all have the ability to tear someone up, like verbally, physically, emotionally, whatever. It's knowing that we have that ability, but we don't need to use it. Going to 10 is not healthy and conducive to any healthy relationship, no matter if it's a work, friendship, or romantic relationship at all. It's taming those fiery passions that are useful. And how are they useful? Because she uses this fiery passion, instead of it in a negative way, to kind of lash out at every single time that you feel that you have been threatened or challenged. You use this passionate fiery energy to create something, to bring something into this world. It's a card of fire signs or creative signs because of the passion they exude. It means that you have the power to build someone up or tear someone down, but you're going to choose the best way forward, the best foot forward for you, and you're going to use that passionate energy for good. That is what makes the strength in all of us. That's what takes strength. Because trust me, there's no extra ability in going out and getting into a fight verbally or physically just because you feel a challenge. That doesn't make you strong. What makes you strong is holding on to your convictions, holding on to your morals, holding on to what's right, taming the savage beast, and transmuting that energy into something constructive and creative. Having said that, side by side came the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a card of money. So remember I said if you ever see a hand coming out of the sky offering you a gold coin, fucking take it. Well, yeah, this is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles can represent... remember, pentacles represent earthly energy, so something here on the earth plane. So if you look at it, it could be a windfall of cash, a new job that offers you a lot more money than you were making before, a bonus at work, a promotion at work that gives you more money, some kind of something that falls into your lap or that you earned that kind of is presented to you for you to better your situation. So because it may be just because you've had the strength to go forward and everything that's going on, you've persisted to go to work every single day. You've shown your best. You've shown your best foot forward. You've shown your better side of your face. You have held yourself back when you could have snapped at people, and because of that, and because you've shown up and you have done your work and you have exuded that strength, you are getting your reward. I'm getting ahead of myself there because the clarifying card I did get for the Strength card is the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is an individual. Pages are usually not representative of people, usually representative of energy, so it could be the energy of a water sign. Cups represent emotional energy, but this young lad is starting off his journey with his Ace of Cups in his hand. Lo and behold, don't forget, on Tuesday we had the Ace of Cups pop up in the Four of Cups. And here he goes. I think that this guy, if you're paying attention, I think you are, you opened your eyes and you took that cup and you moved forward. And because you probably opened your eyes and you've taken that cup, you've gotten your illumination. And now you are starting your journey with that little cup. That little fish in there, there's a little sign of Pisces in there. That is, this cup was given to you by the divine. So it's something that is going to be worthwhile, something that is going to last for a long time, for your betterment, for your greater good. And because you've been through all this, you've done the hard work, you've had the strength, you are carrying this cup. You have the strength now to carry this cup, because this is not going to be an easy road, but it's going to be fucking rewarding. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles still on Thursday is the Queen of Wands. So yes, we've had the King of Wands on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have the Queen of Wands. So fire signs up the ass this week. Thank you, Sagittarius. Fire signs. So kind of like the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands is the other side of the token. Kind of like if you look at these energies of fire sign, you have the masculine side and the feminine side. Could be associated with the divine masculine and the divine feminine, but still passionate, fiery energy, creative energy, passionate. They ruled their kingdom arm in arm, and they instill passion and creation in their whole kingdom. They are the most adventurous of the kings and queens, and they are the first ones to try something new and be adventurous, and that fire fucking forward momentum energy that I fucking love. And it may be just that, since that is clarifying the Ace of Pentacles here, and maybe that you're getting this Ace of Pentacles thanks to this fire sign, male or female, that is offering you. So don't forget that on Wednesday you got your illumination, possibly thank you to either the energy of this passionate fire sign, or the traits of characteristics of a fire sign, or a fire sign was able to bring you illumination on a situation, which has enabled luck to flow through your side, or luck has enabled this fire sign to grant you illumination into that situation. And because you've had the strength and fortitude to continue on, you get from a fire sign an opportunity for material advancement. God damn it, I'm dropping shit left and right. For material advancement. It could be something along the lines of hey, come work for me. I'll fucking pay you more than you're making, more than you're making where you're working. You know why? Because I see what they don't see in you. They're not paying you enough. You want to work for me? I'm going to make you work, but you're going to fucking enjoy what you're doing, because it is a passionate side to it, and you're going to love coming to work every day. So, hey. And don't forget, since yes, in the US it is kind of Thanksgiving and nobody's working on Thanksgiving, associate this however it may. So if this isn't career, it could be in another facet in your life. So let's say that you are at home, and then you're hanging out with friends, or what have you, and someone says, hey, you know what? Did you invest in that stock? What stock could he tell you? And this could be a fire sign friend, man or woman, like, hey, go invest in Bitcoin, go invest in this, go invest in that. And you're like, whatever, okay, fine, I'll invest in something. And then all of a sudden you make some money on investment. Or they may want you to invest in something, and then you get some spectacular rewards down the road on what they're saying for you to invest in. Or what have you. But it's an opportunity in the earthly realm, something tangible, something that you can. It's not necessarily a spiritual thing, although it could be spiritually fulfilling. This is something tangible, this Ace of Pentacles. But nonetheless, even positive. I'm loving this energy for this week. Even riding into Friday, because Friday can be one of the weirdest cards to end a week by, but don't be scared, because it's the Death card. And to be honest with you, this isn't the first time we've ended a week with the Death card. I don't know if we ended the week with the Death card last week or the week before, but death. Okay, so first of all, I have to put the disclaimer. Death rarely signifies an actual death in your life. But however, if there has been a death in your family, I am completely sorry, and we have my sincerest condolences, love and light to you guys. But very rarely does the death card actually mean that there's a death. You know, what it means is change. Like death, change is inevitable. And it doesn't matter what status you have in life. It doesn't matter if you're the Pope, if you're spiritually in tuned, if you're just a person with a child, if you're a king that's getting crushed by this freaking by this pale horse. It doesn't matter. Death and change comes for all. And this change, and I think with everything that we have going on, having self-love, taking care of yourself, recognizing an opportunity, having illumination, having the strength and fortitude to move on with luck on your side, putting down a burden that no longer serves you, getting a fiery opportunity. And it seems like that this change is finally something that does not serve you is ending. Thank fucking Christ. And it may just be because, and also don't forget that if you can see on the standard that death is carrying right here, I don't know, it's kind of out of focus, but it's a little white flower of rebirth. So with death comes rebirth, and death being clarified by the 8 of Pentacles, and which is the card of the Apprentice. It just may mean that your time, your time of being an apprentice. Oops, I just moved my camera. Your time of being an apprentice and just working on your craft diligently and just being an apprentice is over. You are probably now ready to step into your masterful role. You know what you have to do. You know your skill. Time to own it and become a master of your trade. It could be change. You're no longer the peon. You're the king. You're the queen. It's time to own it, believe in yourself, have the self-love to recognize that you have the courage and you have the skill. You have everything that you need right fucking now to do what you want to do and take you to where you need to go in life or where you want to go in life. But you have to own it. No one is going to say, hey, you have what it takes to do this. Why don't you do it? You have to recognize it. Only one that could give you the power to believe in yourself is you. You have the power. You are no longer the apprentice in some facet of your life. It doesn't have to be business. It could be in something that you've been working on diligently. You are now ready to present it to the world. It's time to change. You're no longer playing in the minor leagues. You're ready to go to the big leagues. That is the energy I'm feeling with that death card, and it is fucking exuberant. And death card is the card of Scorpio, so it is, in my opinion, Scorpio's last appearance as we move through Sagittarius season. It's saying, hello, rebirth. You've had this death through all of Scorpio season, and now with this fiery move forward momentum of Sagittarius, you have the rebirth is now here. You are ready to go to the big leagues. You have the passion, you have the self-control, you have luck on your side, you have the illumination, you have the opportunity, you have the passion, you have the, don't forget, as long as you have the awareness to observe of other opportunities that's around you. And I think you will, because you are putting down this burden that no longer serves you. And remember I said, with the fiery passion of the sun, this is this child running here, wiping his naked ass all over this whole week in the most positive way possible. He's just running his flappy naked cheeks just through this whole week. I'm loving this week. Thank God Sagittarius season, because we needed fire in this world right now, and Sagittarius is bringing it to us. Thank you, fellow fire sign. That's it. I hope this makes sense. Hope this resonated for you guys. I am on Instagram. Do not forget, I am at the King of Fire Tarot. Follow me there. I do post pick your card. I just posted my first pick your card reading. It's still available there. It's a timeless reading, so kind of you can participate in it if you like. I do post these YouTube videos every Sunday/Monday. I apologize. I did not put out a video this past Wednesday. Life was kind of, I was kind of busy, unfortunately. So life kind of got in the way, but I'm back on track. Hopefully this reading, finishing out November, makes sense to you. It felt great reading these cards. So you guys have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys in the US. And I will see you at the last few days of November entering December. You guys have a great week.